Good morning, students. We'll continue with the 11th Standard Economics, Chapter 9, Development Experience in India. In that next topic is that impact of LPG on agriculture sector reforms. So during 1984 to 85 and 95 to 96, the growth rate was 3.62%. Then after that 95 to 96, 2004 to 5, that years, the growth rate is 1.92. So what they do in this years and all, the wide variation of crops, yielding crops was shifted. Usually before they were using only the traditional crops. After this one, they started growing the cash crop. Cash crops என்னன்னு சொல்லணும்னா sugar canes, like that variety of yielding crops they started using. Oil seeds we can say. So they shifted that pattern of agriculture to this one. In spite of all this also, the farmers were in the indebtedness, other கடன்ல இருந்தாங்க. So many made themselves a suicide also has happened. So to avoid all this, the government of India has given a crop insurance is introduced, because farmers were in the risk of in the drought, flood, the storm spirit their natural, because of natural calamities, their crops all will be destroyed. So they wanted to give some security for the farmers. So according to that, they introduced a scheme in India, the crops insurance schemes, the Pradhana Mantra Fasal Bima Yojana scheme, that was also introduced. And also the Prime Minister Crop Insurance Scheme launched in the 18th February 2016, they launched it. So according to that, we can say that only the they given a category, every insurance கொடுக்கல, எந்தெந்த crops-க்கெல்லாம் how many percentage they can give the insurance, like that they allotted. So according to that, 2% of premium can be paid by the farmers for the kharif crops. Kharif crops அப்படின்னா barley, peas, wheat, autumn seasonல விளைவிக்கிற அந்த பொருட்களுக்கு. Then after that 1.5% can be paid by the farmers. எப்படி கடன் வாங்கியிருப்பாங்களே, அந்த கடனில் ரீபே பண்ணுறதுக்காக இவ்வளோ பர்சன்டேஜ் மட்டும் கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு பே பண்ணி, மீதி கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு பே பண்ணிக்கும். அதில் வந்து 1.5% can be given by the rabi crops. Rabi crops வின்டர் சீசனில் வர தட மஸ்டர்டு, கிராம்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் இருக்காது. Next 5% has to be paid by the farmers. அதுனா horticulture crops அப்படின்னா ஸ்பைசஸ், ஃப்ரூட்ஸ், வெஜிடபிள், டெக்கரேட்டிவ் ஐட்டம்ஸ், இன்டோர் அவுட்டோர் plants, the flowers எல்லாம் இருக்குல்ல, அதெல்லாம் கல்டிவேட் பண்ணுறவங்க 5% they have to pay. So these were the given for the crop insurance schemes. Next we'll go for the cold storage. That means is cold storage, we can say in that India is a larger producer of fruits and vegetables. In that 20 to 30% is we lost by the post harvest loss only, because this fruits and vegetable, the fixing of a price will be on the basis of the perishability. perishable freshness. இப்போ ஃப்ரூட்ஸ் வெஜிடபிள் ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷாக இருந்தால் தான் அதோட ரேட்டே அதிகமாக இருக்கும், இல்லைன்னா வந்து ஃப்ளக்சுவேஷன் ப்ரைஸ் வந்து கம்மியாகிடும். ஸோ அக்கார்டிங் டு தட் ஒன்லி த ப்ரைஸ் வில் பி, த ப்ரைஸ் ஃப்ளக்சுவேஷன் ஆல்சோ ஹேப்பன். ஸோ டு அவாய்ட் all this wastage, and also they have to keep the perishability, and also price fluctuation should be controlled. To avoid all this, to overcome all this, the constraint ஒரு வேர்டு இருக்கும். constraint problem வந்து சால்வ் பண்ணுறதுன்னு அர்த்தம். Okay, so the government of India, that is the Ministry of Agriculture, promulgated அப்படின்னா ப்ரொமோஷன் ஐடியா, இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக ஐடியா, அதுதான் ப்ரொமோகுலேட்டடோட மீனிங். புக்கில் இருக்க ப்ரொமோகுலேட்டட்னு ஒரு வேர்டு இருக்கும். ஸோ they wanted to give an idea. So according to that, they are began the cold storage. This was according to the, it was introduced in the year 1964 under the Section 3 Commodity Act of 1955. So the cold this was cold storage facility. It is very less, all the places it won't be there, only the few places only is there, but harvest அறுவடைங்க நிறைய இருக்கு, அந்த ஸ்டோரேஜ் வந்து ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்குது. So it is not adequate, is not. So according to the census, the post harvest measures the major agriculture product national wise was 92,651 crore. It was calculated in the 2012, 13, 14 and the census they have calculated according to the wholesale price தான் இது சொல்றாங்க. This was a Indian Council of Agriculture Research, ICAR. According to them, the Ministry of Food Process Industry census 2016 how much product is wasted yearly அப்படின்னு ஒரு கேட்டகரி லிஸ்ட் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Because there is no proper storage facility, அதனால இவ்வளோ percentage wise they give. Cereals 5 to 6%, pulses 68%, fruits and vegetable 5 to 16%, milk product 1%, fish land in a pond river அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். And if same fishery வந்து marine அப்படின்னா கடல் அதுக்கு 10%, meat poultryன்னு அந்த என்ன சொல்றது கோழி பண்ணைகள birds அதில் இவ்வளோ இது வேஸ்ட் ஆயிருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அக்கார்டிங் டு ஃபுட் ப்ராசஸிங் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி 2016 இன்அடெக்வேட் ஸ்டோரேஜ் ஃபெசிலிட்டி இல்லாத இவ்வளோ நம்மளுக்கு வேஸ்ட் ஆயிருக்கு அப்படின்னு கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா ஹேஸ் அனௌன்ஸ்ட் திஸ் சார்ட். தென் வில் கோ ஃபார் த கிசான் கிரெடிட் கார்டு. யூ கேன் see the picture here, you can see. Like according to this Kisan credit card, the quick and timely loan can be given. This was introduced in the year 1998 by Reserve Bank, RBI only introduced. As a sub RBI state கொடுக்க அதனால ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா கொடுக்க முடியாதனால ஒரு subordinate NABARD அப்படின்னா they have given rights to given. So according via அவங்களுடைய இதுல இருந்து நம்ம வரல national agriculture they wanted to give according to them. இந்த இவங்க யாருக்கெல்லாம் வந்து இந்த categorize list they are given rights they given அப்படின்னா other banks depend upon the agriculture bankக்கு அண்டர்ல வர மற்ற பேங்குங்கெல்லாம் they cannot go and straightly given to the rural area villagesல போய் காசு கொடுக்க முடியாது. So according to that it was given right to the cooperative banks, regional rural bank, public sector banks they given. So government of India has advised all the KC, that means Kisan credit card, to be converted into smart card they given. So in order to reduce the wastage of agriculture product, post harvest product, the Ministry of Food Processing Industry, that is MOFPI, what they did is they wanted to give mega food parks. They are given wanted to reduce the wastage. அதுக்காக வந்து மெகா எல்லாரும் ஒரே இடத்துல வந்து மார்க்கெட்டிங் பண்ணோம். Then all will buy. Government also will buy. Integrated cold chain, value additional proclamation, infrastructure, everything they will do. And the research development assurance they will be given. So but all this ways cannot be seen, full improvement cannot be seen, and also sustainable improvement continue in the improvement வச்சிருக்காங்களான்னு தெரியாது. So according to that, the Agriculture Produce Market Committee, that is APMC, that Agriculture Produce Market Committee was set up in order to do the trade in agriculture and horticulture. So according to them, what is the function of that APMC? Means first one, coordinate the public and private partnership. Public private agriculture market they want to increase. And the second one is provide a marketing facility, transport facility, crops, menus எல்லாம் they wanted freely available. ரொம்ப தூரமா வாங்காம கிட்டே அவங்களே வச்சு செட்டப் பண்ணி nearby farmers they wanted to be. And also transparency in price system. Price fixing they should consult with the farmers also. And also the payment will be in the same day only. இன்னைக்கு வாங்கிட்டு நாளைக்கு 10 நாள் கழிச்சு கொடுக்கலாம், same day only. And also what will the crops will be coming to the market in before only data displayed in the what is the rate, which time it will be, everything will be set. And also they given the supply of pesticide, cash crops, menus and at the time of season தகுந்த மாதிரி it should be available to the farmers. That and all will be set up according to the APMC. So here the agrarian crisis after reforms, இதெல்லாம் After the reform, I don't know what and all impact, demerits என்ன நடந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா, first biggest input for the farmer seeds. இப்போ வந்து farmers fight பண்ண அதுதான். Before liberalization, farmers buy the எல்லாமே அவங்க seeds எல்லாம் கவர்மெண்ட் கிட்ட தான் வாங்குவாங்க. And the price will be fixed by the government. Government எப்பவுமே welfare of the people தான். But in the seeds எல்லாம் it went to the corporate company. Means they started increasing the price of a seeds or the price increase பண்ணிட்டு. Then now the farmers will double, full double மாத்திட்டாங்க. Price of that seed இருந்ததுன்னு விளைவிக்க முடியும். So now what their farmers, if it's going on like that means, இப்போ farmers வந்து அடுத்த அறுவடைக்கு வந்து seeds வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் அறுவடைக்கு சேர்த்து வைப்பாங்க. 10 மூட்டை நெல் விளையுதுன்னா அதில் ஒரு மூட்டை வந்து அடுத்த அறுவடைக்கு வந்து சீடை வந்து சேவ் பண்ணி வைப்பாங்க. விதை நெல்லுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி. பட் இந்த கார்பரேட் கம்பெனிங்க வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு நினச்சிக்கா, விதை நெல்லே வராது அப்படின்னா அவங்கக்கிட்ட வாங்கின நெல்லை நம்ம போட்டால் மட்டும்தான் வந்து அடுத்த நெல்லே வரும். அது வந்து செடியாக முளைக்கும். இப்போ இருக்கிற நம்ம வச்சுக்கிற அந்த 10 மூட்டையில இருக்கிற அந்த சீடை வச்சு 10 மூட்டையில ஒரு மூட்டை எடுத்து சீடா நம்ம ட்ரெடிஷ்னலி இந்த கார்பரேட் அப்படி செய்ய முடியாது. ஏன்னா அது விதை நெல்லாவே ஆக்க முடியாது. அவங்ககிட்ட வாங்கினா மட்டும்தான் விதையா மாறும். ஸோ ஃபர்தர் this and all will be there. So only we cannot be seen. So this has happened here. Practically here. That's why the farmers know what is the நம்ம மேலேருந்து பார்க்கணும்னா தெரியாது. உள்ள போய் what is happening in the market. That's what we are seeing everything in the textbook for what that happened before. So next one is a cut back in the agriculture subsidies. The farmers were shifted from the traditional crops to cash crops like chili and also cotton, tobacco, everything has been. But in the பொருட்கள் விற்கிற அளவுக்கு amount, what is the day profit is less. அந்த ஃபர்டிலைஸ்க்கும் பெஸ்டிசைட்ஸ்க்கும் பூச்சிக்கொல்லி மருந்திற்கும் மென்யூர் கொடுக்குற காசு வந்து அதிகம், 300% இன்க்ரீஸ். ஆனால் அதை விளைவிச்சுட்டு ப்ராஃபிட்டாக வர அந்த பொருட்களோட ப்ராஃபிட்டு கம்மி தான். அதுதான் என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க ஃபார்மர்ஸ், டு பை ஆல் திஸ் ஃபர்டிலைசர்ஸ் பெஸ்டிசைட்ஸ்க்கு ஒன்லி வி ஆர் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் மோர் தென் வி கம்பேர் டு ப்ராஃபிட் வாட் வி மேட் ஃபார் த கிராப்ஸ் they are telling. So next we'll go for the reduction of import duties. Reduction of import duties in the sense 2001 India completely removed the restriction for the import of all the 1500 items. Import na வெளிநாட்டிலேருந்து இந்தியாவுக்கு வாங்குற கூட்ஸ் ஐட்டம்ஸில் 1500 ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ஷன், அந்த ஐட்டம் கூட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ஷன் ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டேன். அப்போது தட் மீன்ஸ் காட்டன், பெப்பர், கேஷ் கிராப்ஸ் அப்படின்னா வெளிநாட்டிலேருந்து உள்நாட்டில் சீப்பாக கிடைக்கும் போது உள்நாட்டில் இருக்கிற பொருட்களை யாரும் வாங்க மாட்டாங்க. தென் who will be affected? Only domestic people will be affected. Next we'll go for the opacity of credit facility. That means a symbol of credit facility, we can say that. After 1991 lending pattern, அதாவது லோன் வந்து ஃபார்மர்ஸ் கொடுக்குற பேட்டர்னே மாற்றிட்டாங்க. they have changed it. So because of that, loan was not easily given to the farmers. Many restriction was there. அப்போ அந்த படிக்காத அந்த poor farmers cannot be compete with the bankers. So what they did, in the local lenders கிட்ட they started buying the they wanted lending the money from the அப்போ அந்த லோக்கலில் இருக்கிற அந்த மணி லெண்டர்ஸ் they give a more interest. அங்கே ஒரு வேர்டு இருக்கும் பாருங்க, exorbitant, EXORIORBIT, exorbitant அப்படின்னா அதிக மிகைப்படுத்தப்பட்ட அப்படின்னா ட்ரிபிள் மடங்கா வந்து இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் வாங்க ஆரம்பிச்சு. தென் த farmers cannot pay that one. Because of that only more suicide has happened in among the farmers. Next we'll go for the trade reforms. So far the agriculture, what and all happened, what are the disadvantages. Now we'll go for the trade. It was there in the since 1991. Free export and import facility was regulated in India. After 1992 regulated was given negative list was எந்தெந்த பொருட்களுக்கெல்லாம் we have to export, we have to import. The trade policy was the 1st April 1992 was set up. Free all the intermediate capital goods. Only 71 items were restricted on the listல வந்துட்டாங்க. அதாவது பேசிக் நீடாக இருக்கிற அந்த crops வந்து they are given. What are the crops or a food item should be exported, what should be imported, and listed on the 71 item in the restrict. Because of that only, dairy product, fruits, vegetable, tea, cocoa, fishery, and leather, all this were affected. Next, rationalization of tariff structure and removal of quantities structure. So according to that, the Chelaya committee suggests restriction in import duty, restriction for the import duty. Import in matta country lende inga vaangiradhu. They reduced the tax tariff. Tax was reduced, that is 300% to 150% அப்படின்னு reduce பண்ணிட்டேன். அப்படின்னு tax ரொம்ப கம்மியாயிடுச்சு. அப்போ they started importing other countryல இருந்து வாங்க ஆரம்பிச்சு. So that the domestic people, domestic trade were affected. Next, we'll go for the export and import policy, EXIM policy. So according to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry announced a new foreign trade policy in the year 1st April 2015, period of 2015 to 20. You can say that EXIM, EXIM, export, IM for import policy 15 to 20. So according to them, what the main future abdina, to increase the export scenario abdina, we have to sell the product to other countries. Digital India we have to meet it. So because of that one, 25% of a domestic manufacture support in India we can have to be. So far that the Digital India concept has online procedure, online shopping, document of CASAC abdina, computer application, computer science, cost accounting. On base of that when they started mobile app, stamp duty has developed. In the, one time they are physically they are submitted document, again and again they're doing export, no need to give same the document, it's already it is there, means they can use that profile again, no need to submit. So that facility has come. And also for export item related defense, military, storage, nuclear energy has double for 24 months they have made it. So main aim of this one is to they wanted to increase a worldwide share on the 3%. They have to increase the 2020 target was fixed. Next we'll go for the special economic zone, SEZ we can. It was announced in the year 2000. We can say announced in the year after the Special Economic Zone Act of 2005. 400 zone was in the country now. This was a main aims to promote the export industrial growth in the global wise. India would interact with other countries. The first Asia recognized export zone processing model, India was in. The first was set up in the Kandla in the 1965. So according to the industrial park, economic technology zones, IT companies and the same in one places because of this only. Since they wanted to make an innovation and introduce in the science and technology, free export, import policy, everything they are set up according to this. So object of this special SEZ means they wanted to improve the FI, that foreign investment, foreign direct investment, because they wanted to increase the GDP. GDP increase and individual salary should be increases. Salary should be give the opportunity, employment opportunity should be increased. The infrastructure, that is next level of improvement should be because of that only. So what are the main characters of that SEZ in the sense that the geographical area of marketing, physical security, one country to another country we are doing marketing in the sense in friendly country means no need to pay the tax, that facility everything, any dispute they will solve, and the administered from the single authority, from the streamline, that upward to downward, and anything happens means the authority who will be there, they'll solve the problem. So freedom will be given to the firm. So they need not be restricted for 5 years or government rule that everything will be changed. That should not be there. That should not affect the economic of a country. So this was a character of SEZ, we can say. Next we'll go for the physical reforms. So according to this, discipline will be in the physical deficit, that imbalance, export import imbalance. To correct that imbalance, they wanted to give the subsidies. That means in the field of sugar, obligation, disinvestment, that government sector will be given to the private sector if they are going in the locks, that everything. So because of that one, welfare of the people was reduced. Expenditure adhigama agarnaal welfare of the people will be reduced. Next we'll go for the GST. That means goods and service taxes. It was imposed by when the consumers buy the goods and service. At the time they have to pay. This is also called as indirect tax. It is removed the most of the indirect tax and made one tax, that is called a GST. And it is also called as a 1 point tax, we can say. VAT is a multiple tax, value added tax. Other different. It was now not as they. So GST was passed the parliament to 29th of March 2017, but it was came into existence 1st July 2017. The main motto of GST is to one nation, one market, one tax. So advantages of this GST is that it is a shares how much they have to give. Next, advantages of this GST is that restriction will be threshold. That means when you are buying the goods, you have to pay. Otherwise, no need to pay the tax. So define e-commerce, increase regulated tax. That and all is made because of this GST. E-commerce also because of this has happened. Next, monetary and physical sector reforms. According to this policy, banking sector effective is given. So SLR, that is a statutory liquid ratio, CRR, cash reserve ratio. According to that only, loan pattern, interest also will be increased. Bank la how many percentage of money should be kept in the bank, how much of reserve should be kept in the Reserve Bank of India. According to that, அப்போ காசு நிறைய இருந்துச்சுன்னா ரிசர்வ் வச்சுக்கலாம், நம்ம பேங்க்ல நிறைய காசு இருந்துச்சுன்னா இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் ரேட் குறைச்சிக்கலாம். ஸோ அக்கார்டிங் டு தட் நரசிம்மா கமிட்டி report of 1991, they given us some cut short. எவ்வளோ நீங்கள் ரிசர்வ்ல வச்சுக்கிறது கம்மியாக வச்சுக்கலாம், ஜாஸ்தியாக வச்சுக்கலாமா. ஸோ அக்கார்டிங் டு தட் SLR, that is statutory liquid ratio, before it was a 38.5%. They started reducing 25%. For 3 years, they given some restriction. Next, CRR, that is cash reserve ratio. RBIல எவ்வளோ ரேஷியோ வச்சிருக்கோம், நம்மளுடைய ரிசர்வ், நம்ம மெம்பர்ன்றதுனால எவ்வளோ வச்சிருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு. ஓகே, so that was a 3%. First it was 5%. They reduced it to the 3%. This is for the 4 years. Next we will go for the interest rate of liberalization. So according to RBI, the rate interest payable deposit of a loan also is installment also reduces. This is to create a competition among the private and the public sector and the foreign banks. And also they given a license to extend the branches and also reopen the branches they are given. And also they given a guideline to open a new private sector bank in the restrict, that means in the area which can in the rural area we can say. And also new account norms, that means norms and the rules has been classified by the RBI for the assets, how we have to maintain the account, and the bad debts government we have to maintain the account like that. And all the Narasimha committee has set up the rules and regulations. So these are all about the lesson 9 has completed. Thank you. Next we'll go for the 10th lesson of rural economics. Thank you.